Texas ranks number 1 in sheep and goat production with approximately 1 million sheep and 1.3 million goats produced annually. Sheep and goats are even-toed hoofed animals called ruminants. A ruminant is a cud-chewing animal that lacks upper incisor teeth and has a 4-compartment stomach. Because they are adaptable to various climates, sheep and goats can produce food and fiber on land that is otherwise not usable for other types of agriculture. This adaptability makes them popular animals for livestock production. Sheep have provided us with food and clothing since biblical times. They provide the necessary warm clothing early civilizations needed to allow them to explore and inhabit colder regions of the world. There are more than 150 breeds of domestic sheep, including Rambouillet, Dorset, Hampshire, Merino, and Suffolk. Sheep are primarily raised for food such as mutton, lamb, cheese, and milk, or for their hair called wool. There are fine, medium, and long wool breeds. Fine wool breeds such as Merino and Rambouillet are adapted to semi-arid conditions. They are also bred for their wool and account for half the world's sheep population. Once a year, the rancher gives the herd a haircut. That is called shearing. The wool is sent to a textile mill where it is made mostly into clothing or carpets. Medium and long wool breeds of sheep are raised primarily for meat. Suffolk, Hampshire, Shropshire, and Dorset are some of the most common medium wool breeds. Frequently in the United States, the long wool and fine wool breeds are crossed to produce such breeds as Columbia and Corriedale. Sheep are forage animals, which means they graze on many different types of plants. Sheep will eat many plants that most grazing animals will not eat. Some of the sheep's diet may even be poisonous to other animals. Ranchers rotate their flocks between pastures to keep from damaging the land and to give plants a chance to rest and grow again. Early explorers kept goats on their ships to provide milk and meat on long voyages. The land they then inhabited was either hot and dry or cold and barren with few plants. Goats are very agile and sure-footed and eat almost any kind of plant material. They are adapted to living in rough, dry, mountainous areas that may be either too hot and dry or cold and barren for other livestock to be grown. These traits are believed to be inherited from their wild ancestors. Goats are also forage animals, but unlike sheep, they prefer browse materials such as leaves, twigs, and stems of woody plants. Sheep and goats can be kept in the same pasture because they do not compete for food. Landowners often use goats to improve their land by controlling brush and other unwanted vegetation. This not only helps in the prevention of fires, but also controls invasive plant species like cedar. Cedar regrowth crowds out native grasses and other beneficial plant species, and also depletes groundwater supply. Goats are primarily raised for meat, milk, or fiber, depending on the breed. Dairy goats such as Nubian produce milk that is nutritious, easy to digest, and used in many different kinds of cheese. The main breeds of goats raised for meat in Texas are Spanish and Boer. Goat meat is very low in cholesterol and fat. For over 80% of the world's population, goat meat is the most commonly consumed meat. Angora and Cashmere goats are raised for their hair. While all goats have hair, the hair from these two goats is particularly soft, warm, and luxurious. Mohair produced by Angora goats is a soft fiber that can be woven into fine apparel. Over 90% of the mohair produced in the United States comes from Texas. While sheep and goats have many differences, they are both targets for predators. Predators are animals such as coyotes, mountain lions, bobcats, wolves, foxes, and other types of meat-eating animals that hunt for food. These predators prey on sheep and goats because they do not have a way to protect themselves and are easy to catch. Many ranchers use specially trained dogs to guard their sheep, to help move them from place to place, and to locate them when they get into areas too steep or rocky for a person to go. These animals patrol the pastures to protect them from harm.